second annual Diwali celebration. So welcome and lovely to see some new faces. I mean, that is the best part about doing these community things and to see some old faces I haven't seen in a while. Um, our goal here is really to help kind of lift and have everyone leave with a sense of light and joy and happiness and something to help you feel inspired for the road ahead, right? Whatever that road is, a week, a month, a year, 5 years, right? Whatever you want it to be. So that's kind of the goal. Our agenda for today, well, start about South Asian success. I think many of you know about South Asian success. We are a global community focused on customer success and revenue professionals. We have global membership, currently NA, North America, South America, Asia, Europe, and not Australia. I think that's wrong. I think I meant to put India. Um, we did have someone in Australia actually, but I don't know if they're still active. We are virtual. We have a lot of fun events throughout the year. So if this is your first event, hopefully we'll see you again. And we also do a blog and other things. So if you are somebody that wants a space or wants to have a thought leadership in the community, we are trying to raise up new voices, people that want to put their content out there. We're actually recrafting our blog program also a little bit for next year. So, send us a message or send me an email or a LinkedIn message or whatever you want, and I can share more if you are somebody that is interested in doing that. Oh, sorry, I have to always watch our event agenda. We have an awesome guest today, but we also have a lot of other fun. So I'm really excited for you all to, first of all, just, do a little bit of getting to know each other. So we will use a chat for this just because we're a little bit of a larger group. Want to use a kind of chat to drop in intros. I'll put in an intro. We have some Diwali trivia. So for those that were here last year, I am actually recycling my trivia, and there's a reason why. Because I looked at it and I felt it was still kind of hard, and so it's worth it to try again and give people a chance to see if they can actually do better maybe than they did last year. And then we will have a nice chat with Kristi, get to know her, time for Q&A, all of those good things. And we'll do our Diwali giveaway to our trivia winner. So hopefully a fun time, a little lighter Zoom than we maybe are used to sometimes. And drop it into chat because we've been chatting about clothes and fun brands so that if anyone is interested in learning about things that we were talking about one of the South Asian brands here in the US called Holy Chick. But drop in your brand. So where do you live? What's your name? What's your role? Are you in customer success? Maybe any other functions? And I want to know what's your favorite fall festival memory because, you know, and actually, why don't we just do this live? Because I think it's kind of fun and we don't have a huge group. So let's just take a minute. Let's do it. Let's go around the room. Name, where do you live? Roll and CS. What's your favorite fall festival memory? Okay, so I'm gonna pick on people just to make this go efficiently. Okay, Lipika, I know you're new. I'm gonna call you out. Would you like to share a little bit with the group?
Yeah, for sure. I'm Libika. I live in Milton, Ontario, Canada. It's in the greater, very close to Toronto. So in Canada, my role, so I manage the mid-market customer success team at Maintain X. My favorite fall festival memory, I would say last year, because Halloween and the Diwali were on the same day or something like that. And then I created these pumpkins that had like diyas on it. And I just loved that I could get like both festivals together because I love both festivals. It was so cool to have to like, they were falling so close to each other. And it was really fun to do them both together.
I love that. What was it? Diwaloween is what people were
The
calling.
Halloween, right?
Yes. There was like another version too. I can't remember that other version of Halloween. I love that. So fun. Okay, we're gonna go. Kristi, you're gonna go next. So share a little bit about yourself and what is your favorite fall festival memory?
Okay, very good. Well, my name is Kristi Faltorusso. I live on Long Island in New York, so I'm about 45 minutes outside of Manhattan. I am currently the Chief Customer Officer at Client Success. We're a customer success management platform. And my favorite fall memory is probably going to be 13 years ago, the first time we took my daughter apple picking. At the time, so apple picking is like really big over here in the East Coast. And so like we pick all of our own things, apples, berries, pumpkins, and they'll charge you loads of money to go do these things. But it was the first time we took her. She was 3 years old. She had just started preschool, and they were talking about apples and fall, like fruits and vegetables and stuff in school. And we took her apple picking, and in school they had taught her, like, when you're picking an apple, you twist and pull, and that's how you get the apple from the tree. So for weeks, she just kept walking around the house going twist and pull, twist and pull. And we have little videos and photos of her. And so, like, that will forever be like a cherished memory of mine, like a core memory, like a fall activity that we did with our family. And that year forward, we always did apple picking. And even now, she is going to be 17 next month, and she is mad at me that I have not taken her apple picking because of my marathon training. So she will forever make that a fall activity that she wants to do with her family, which we love.
That's so nice. And I love that. I have never been apple picking, so it's on my life plan for one of these years.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I wish it was colder in October so you could like dress cute in fall clothes, but it like ends up being like 1,000 degrees and you're just sweating, but it's still fun.
Okay, well, Rohan dropped his intro in the chat. Rohan, do you want to go next real quick? I'm sorry, I'm having allergies too, guys. I'm gonna grab a Kleenex while you're doing.
Hey everyone, my name is Rohan Seth. I'm based in Toronto, Canada. I work as a CSM with Natomi. We are a agentic AI for customer experience function. I actually have great fall memories every year because two of the favorite festivals that we celebrate, Navratri and Diwali, both fall around the same time, more or less. And so we've got amazing memories each year. And I have two young kids, 5 years and 3 years old. And so we're making new memories every year with both of them. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I can pick one because they're so fun filled.
Oh, I love that. Love that. Okay, well, Susan, how are you? Would you like to go next?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I would absolutely be delighted to do that.
Oops, you just went on mute.
Myself. Susan Jacob Sandhu. I'm actually in Jersey City, so like 5 minutes away from Manhattan. I lived in New York City for over 10 years. I want to say I'm a jaded New Yorker, but now I'm like, with my husband and probably looking to start a family. So we're like, okay, that's where all the, the people move when they're trying to grow their family. I also lived in Canada for 4 years actually. Different parts of Toronto as well as British Columbia during the pandemic. Crazy. But yes, so now I'm in New York City. I work in customer success. I'm a senior customer success leader at a retail technology company, so global and remote. My favorite fall festival memory, very similar to Rohan, is something that I think every year is special and unique. I think it starts for me all the way from September because I'm South Indian and we have a festival. It's a harvest festival. It's called Onam. So it starts from there. So we do like several celebrations. It's all about food and community. And then all the way to Navratri, which is like, dancing, and it's a community outdoor event. In Jersey City, actually, there's a big festival that happens, a huge Indian community here too. Amazing food. And of course, Diwali is very like celebratory, full of lights. We have so many parties to go to. So yes, I think every year has its own unique charm, but also, thank you. Thank you, Deepika. Yes, Onam food is amazing. I literally traveled all the way to middle of New Jersey just to get like a whole day of buffet Onam, like Kerala cuisine, which is just phenomenal. So definitely satiated my cravings. But yes, that's about me. So every year is fun. I can't really pick a favorite. It's just so much fun stuff from September all the way to December. So I think I enjoy being Canadian, Indian, and American. I think it's so great to have all three and celebrate Indian culture, of course. Yep, that's about me.
I love it. We're gonna take tea out for Indian next time we're in New York. We're gonna get together and
like
go
authentic. I want like a full experience, like authentic.
There's so much in New York. Yeah, we could definitely hit some good ones. Okay, well, Monica, how about you next?
Yeah, I would love to go next. So,
sorry. Okay, Monica the K. Yes, I sorry, missed that.
Oh, there are two? I didn't realize.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Go ahead, Monica. Go ahead. The other Monica. Monica with the T.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Monica Trevetti. I oversee a client experience team at JLL, which is property management and corporate real estate. I'm based in Boston, and like Rohan and Susan, Navratri is my favorite holiday. It's all about dancing for 9 nights. I've always loved it. My dream is to go to India for Navratri one of these years, except it always falls in budgeting season, so it never works out. But this year, we took my two sons, who are 15, and they invited their friends from high school. And I'm going to share two photos with you all. We took them, and it was quite the experience, because growing up, I don't think my friends in high school even knew I did this on the weekends. So it was amazing to share this experience with them. They loved it. They danced all night long. I told them around 11:15, hey guys, do you want to head back? I'm sure you're exhausted. And they were like, no, Mrs. Trivedi, we want to stay till the end. We want to dance till the end. So yeah, it was great. Definitely my one of my most favorite fall memories.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That is amazing.
And Monica, oh, go ahead, Parl.
Sorry, no, I just said like I love that you're sharing that culture. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Monica, and then now Monica with the K.
Okay, Monica with the K. Yeah, yeah, that's what people call me. So that's what the differentiator is. It's I'm with the K. So now you remember. I have been in the customer success industry from when I didn't even was aware of that. I joined back in India as a customer success representative and moved to United States working with different roles, client facing, client relationship roles, where I joined as a quality tester with Deloitte, but they quickly wanted me to get into customer success license role because they saw I was a better fit there. So right now I'm working with DeliPat. It's an Indian-based company, and there I'm handling CRM-based implementations like Salesforce, HubSpot, Zendesk, you name it. I work with a lot of small, medium business accounts. Some enterprise accounts I'm putting my hands into. So that's just about my career. I am from Los Angeles, based, and I've been in Dallas for 10 years. So Los Angeles is new to me, but I'm loving the beaches, the roads, and the palm trees. It's like I feel like vacation every day. So that's about Los Angeles. And my core memory would be when my child was like about 3 years old. That's when I heard about something called as pumpkin patches. I had never been there. I didn't know what to expect. But the best memory was when my child was young, he was not able to figure out what the pumpkin is, how they are. So he actually wanted to take it from there and cook it at home. And we had no recipe and no clue what we were doing. So we made it a big mess on that particular pumpkin, what we bought. So that is the best memory we have. When nothing was cooked, we didn't know what to do out of it, but we still made something. And somehow my child was happy that mom and did something for him.
That's so nice. Wonderful. Did you make sabji or did you make like
No, I tried to make sabji out of it, but he was like, Mom, we need to make a pumpkin pie. That's what I realized later.
Sorry, sabji is like an Indian vegetable dish, and my mom does make pumpkin sabji. So that's why I was like just curious if you.
Yeah, I did the same, like being an Indian sabzi and dal and chawal. But he was like, no, mom, you have to do pumpkin pie. You have to watch videos. So he educated me.
Wow.
He loves celebrating, and he's like, Mom, where are my Diwali lights? Why don't you do Halloween decor? So I'm like very pressurized from him now once he's old.
Oh my gosh. That's so nice. I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Chaitanya, you're next. I hope I said your name correctly. Sorry if I didn't.
Hi, Parul. Hello, everyone. Yeah, you got me right. My name is Chaitanya, and I'm a grad student at Governor State University. It's in the south suburbs of Chicago. I'm in my final semester. I'm also interning with Choose Chicago Foundation. It's a destination marketing organization for Chicago as a research analyst intern. So I'm from India, and it's been 2 years in US. I came here in December 2023. Um, I live in Chicago. Back in India, I'm from Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. Role in CS. I'm also a certified yoga instructor from Isha Foundation, founded by Sadhguru. So I did spend over 6 years volunteering, teaching yoga in the southern part of India. Role in success, I'm inclined towards people-oriented industries like tourism and hospitality. Definitely, this is something that I aspire to be in a customer success or client-facing roles. But I think I did work in IT service desk, but I haven't got a chance to really work in a role where I am like a front face to the client. Maybe indirectly contributed to the customer success by applying my technical skills. What's my favorite fall festival memory? I think every year it changes. Every year, the time from September till Jan, that's the best time. There is a magic in the air with all the lamps lit, and I experienced that even when I was in my hometown, especially the feminine energy, and usually mom sisters, they kind of light up the whole environment with the way they dress, and with the kind of rituals that they follow at my home. I think that's the best part. Last year we did celebrate Dandiya night and Diwali at our university, and it's magical. Everyone loved it, and we are looking forward to organize an event next week for Diwali and Dandiya night in November. Yeah, I'm really happy to speak about my culture and the kind of values that it instilled in me. And thank you for this forum to express myself. Thank you.
That's so wonderful. Welcome and great to meet you. I am also in Chicago as a Swati, so we should all at some point get together. We can tell you more about our Chicago-based customer success organization where you
Oh,
can.
sure, for I would love it. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, we have a couple more folks, and Swati, you are next.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I was eating really fast, which is why I was off camera in the minute at the beginning. Hi, everyone. I'm Swati Garg. Nice to meet y'all. I live in Chicago. I'm the founder and CEO of Mila Associates. We focus on revenue recruitment with a big, large focus in customer success. And my favorite fall memory, I have two quick ones. I think in college, I remember just like we used to Bhangra as a type of like Punjabi dance, and we used to have Bhangra nights around the holidays. And it was just the first time I think I really celebrated with friends at that age, and I loved it. We used to dance for like 6 hours straight, and we did that. I did that all of college, so I think those in general were like my favorite. And then as like more of an adult, I love seeing my nieces and nephew and just like all my cousins' kids do fireworks. It's like it feels very dangerous, and I get really worried the whole time, but it's really fun because everyone has like sparklers and everybody has like, you're doing like the little ones that you put on the ground and they spin really, really fast, and you're like, oh my gosh, please no one like go close to it and like, hurt your foot or anything like that. But it's just fun to like watch them experience fireworks and learn. I don't know. It's just always fun. It's always fun to watch them like hold it and walk around and figure out how it all works. Like I always enjoy that. That's it.
I said, awesome. That's wonderful, Swati. I love it. I also get scared, so I can relate to that. Okay, Deepak, would you like to go next? Deepak? Oh, there you go.
Yes, Varula. I'm here. I'm here. Thank you. Happy Diwali, everyone. In it.
Happy Diwali.
It's actually here in 20th of October.
Yes, it's coming up on Monday is the official Diwali day, so we're actually in a really nice time of year. Deepak, do you want to share anything about yourself and your favorite fall memory?
Yeah, sure. I connected with South Asian Success last year. I saw posting from Parul about a blog contributor. So I was learning creating blogs at that time. So I immediately applied, and in this way, I connected with Parul, Divya, and Rohan, and many more. So I really liked, and I started learning how to create a good blog. So still learning, and it's good to connect with a lot of new people in South Asia. And it actually, I also felt like I'm a South Asian, and I saw a success word there. So I started sharing the blogs. And about my favorite memory, it changes every year. So there is no strong favorite memory. I enjoy every year with similar enthusiasm.
I can relate.
And Yeah. So it's everyone is celebrating and every year creating new memory. But I have very childhood memory in mountain areas. So in remote areas, like it was kind of adventurous. I cannot explain properly. I
That's
was very small kid, so yeah, it was mountain celebration was different. There was no real lightings and all traditional. Hello.
wow. Oh, wow. And look, we have a guest, special guest. That's so awesome, Deepak. I mean, I know that Deepak's calling from India. You're our only India calling, right, today? So that's awesome. I mean, it's so great to have you.
Yeah,
Deepak,
I'm in New Delhi. I'm traveling to my hometown.
Deepak's also on our steering committee for everybody. Thank you, Deepak, for sharing. Mother, who's our guest? You have to tell us more.
That's my 6 months old daughter, Aina. She's, I think she's gonna get her food now, so she's looking forward to that. But I'm trying to take care of her in between.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to share about your favorite, a little bit about you and your favorite fall festival?
Sure, sure. Yeah, no, thanks a lot for hosting this, Parul, and the whole team. Just 1 second. Give it her mom. Yeah, so yeah, I'm a mother. I'm based out of Toronto, Canada. I actually 2 weeks ago we were in person. Parul, it was so nice to meet you. Kristi, so nice to see you again here as compared to New York. Also, big fan of all the blogs and everything that you do. So no, this is really good to kind of be in this forum. I am a director customer success for North America for a company called Trackinit. It's a construction technology company. So that's a little bit about me, based out of Toronto, Canada. And yeah, with Rohan, actually met up a couple of times with Rohan for good chai chats and stuff. So that's been pretty good. And about the Diwali and the favorite memories and all, I think most of my memories, the favorite memories of Diwali are from childhood. And I think a couple of you were sharing about that. It was mostly about food and fireworks, and it's just like it's just. I mean, my wife is from Philippines, so we always talk about how different cultures have been, and her is like the way she describes Christmas. I feel it's kind of like that for us for Diwali. It's like something we look forward to for almost like a couple of months. There is so much going on with all the sweets, with all the family and extended family and all the food and everything else. It's just like too much amazing stuff and amazing memories, and also it's almost like like our version of Christmas, or our version of like having the best time of the year in that aspect.
I love that. That's awesome. All right, I'll share mine really quickly, but I do want to be respectful of your time, so we have to jump into our next thing. But so, everyone that doesn't know, I'm Parul. I'm based in Chicago. I'm currently the CEO of Customer X Success, which is my own company, and very proud founder of this community. So thank you all for being here. My favorite fall festival memory, similar to Deepak, I honestly am really tough at figuring out favorites, but I think right now my favorite memory is being able to have, so you guys know I wrote a Diwali book. It came out last year on October 18th. So I'm at like 1 year of publishing that book. And so now my favorite memory is I get to go to schools and share that work. And like my kids, when I'm in the room, they're like, "Hi, Mom, like I'm in this book." So it's just like it's something now that I'm really excited about, is to be able to share our stories for like not just my own kids, but other kids as well. So um but yes, let's jump in because I want to take you guys through some of the journey of today. For those that do know, Diwali is celebrated in many parts of India, not everywhere though. It is something that is a little bit more kind of a festive celebration, but not necessarily religious celebration for everyone. It's kind of like Christmas in a lot of ways. But many different religions actually celebrate different versions of Diwali. And what I love in this group, even represented here, we have so much regional diversity because India is truly a country of so much regional richness that doesn't always mirror each other, right? So even as Deepak's talking about life in the mountains, right? It's just people celebrate differently, people do things differently. But there are over 1 billion people in the world that celebrate Diwali. It is based on the lunar calendar, and as many of you know on this call, but it is celebrated over 5 days. So I always like to let people know if your Indian colleagues are out for 5 days, it's because they're celebrating all of the days together, and they're taking that time. So we are going to jump into our Diwali trivia. just fun fact, it is kind of hard. But do your best. We're gonna use Slido, so let me just get out of my slide deck here. And whoops, I have to get Mother back in. If I can figure out how to exit my slide deck here. We are gonna do a quick trivia, and our prize, as I shared earlier, for the lucky winner is a bunch of lovely toys from Culture Kazana, who is really an amazing sponsor of this event. So, all right, so hopefully this Slido is going to work like it did last year. Okay, it is taking too long. Let's try again. All right, so here we go. You can join the Slido here. Sorry, I'm switching to
Do you
host.
need to install it, Parul?
It is just you just actually scan the QR code. Sorry, guys. I think my Slido failed. Just give me 30 seconds. I have to go to my different email. You'll just log in with the QR code. So it's pretty easy to do, but it is just going to take me a second to pull up the actual correct one.
Yeah, I logged into it. It says Diwali Slido, and there are no questions asked yet. So
Okay, yeah. You are in it. It is just going to require me to log into it because I think that I didn't pull up the right one. I think I'm logged into like 3 Slidos is the problem. I'm a big user of it. And so this is the problem. Let me get this up here. Oh, come on. Of all my, I actually, you guys, this is my second, to be frank, my second Slido glitch this year. So I should have been better prepared. But I had the same thing happen at New York Success Week. So unfortunately that did occur. Okay, so I think we're in the right version now. There you go. Note to self, don't log into Slido on 3 different devices. Okay, or 3 different accounts. Okay, so here we go. So you should be able to join. I'm gonna go to the next page because it's still gonna allow you to join. So you'll just scan the QR code, use the numbers here, and then you can add your name however you want to be displayed. And we're going to try to be efficient because I want to give ample time for our conversation with Kristi, which is also the last main thing for our agenda. Awesome. Okay, I think you can keep joining, y'all, and I'm going to start with the first question. The join code will stay live. Trivia. Okay, we're starting off, what are the 3 largest religious groups in the world? I'm really sorry. I don't know. I made these questions. This one's not that bad, but they get harder. So I'm sharing that ahead. I think we're waiting on one person maybe to answer. Did everyone get in? I will go to the answer now. So you guys got this correct. So the largest religious groups are Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism. And the reason that's relevant is because Diwali is celebrated by Hindus as one of the religious groups that does celebrate this. So good job. So as you all know, Slido is also based on time to answer. So we not only correct answers, but time to answer. Okay, so Hindi is one of how many core languages in India? 500, 24, 36, 10, or 1,000? Okay, let's see how you guys did. All right, 56% of you think the answer is 36. The answer is 24. So core languages, there are probably over 500 dialects of languages, but 24 core recognized languages. So it's a bit of a trick question if you have actually looked this up. All right, so Chaitanya, you're still in the lead here. Well, way to go. next we have, which colors do people kind of avoid during the Diwali season? So this is not a call out if you are wearing any of these colors. I happen to be wearing white and black today. And so, if that is your choice, you are okay. But this is just, why do people avoid this? We can talk about it in a minute. They are black and white. So typically people avoid black and white during the Diwali season, primarily because in India, color is like the love language, right? So black is actually not associated with, I think black is not associated directly with anything, but white in India is associated with funerals. So that's one of the reasons
Oh,
people
wow.
are white. But in 2025, anything goes. So now I actually met a designer last week whose whole family wore white to a Diwali party. So times are changing. And I think it was very beautiful actually too.
Also, culturally, like white was used by women, when their husbands passed away,
Yeah.
that's kind of a thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I feel like a
Yes.
lot of these cultural norms are like changing and kind of getting smashed, which is amazing. I mean, some of them are great. Some of them. All right. Who is the original writer of the story of the Diwali that starts with the Ramayana? So Ramayana is the core story that surrounds the festival of lights. I don't want to give too much away because I don't remember my next slides exactly if I cover it, but who wrote this text? Oh, you guys all answered really quickly. Let's see. Okay, 78% say Valmiki wrote this text, and you are correct. So Valmiki wrote the text of the Ramayana, which is now the kind of the story that leads up to the celebration of Diwali.
I'd just like to say I've got 3 out of 4 of these correct so far. So
That's awesome.
someone is going to adopt me after this, right? Like, I feel like I'm
For
thriving.
For sure. And these are not easy questions. So I put that out there for everybody. Even if you are from India, you might not know these answers.
Chrissy, you can get away for Indian with like wearing an Indian outfit.
Right?
Like,
I just
a
need color.
photograph of you.
I agree. All right,
for
we're gonna
sure.
do this. You have to take me shopping. Jersey's not that far.
You put a
Yes, come.
tikka
I will
on.
be happy to.
Yeah. You wear some Indian jewelry and you'll look festive because you
Right.
already like dress. You dress
Exactly.
so amazing. Okay. How many religions celebrate Diwali? We are hearing from 63%. The answer is 3. The correct answer is 4. So it's Jains, Buddhists, Sikhs, and Hindus. So those are the 4. And they have different types of celebrations across the different groups, but they are all celebrating around the same season. It's probably lunar calendar linked. Chaitanya, you're doing still in the lead there. Doing great. Okay. You guys, you can still steal the lead from him. We have 2 questions left. When was the original story of the Ramayana written approximately? 1 BC, 5 BC, 1 AD, 500 or 100 AD?
I just fluked that one. I'm not sure.
Tough. I know it's a tough.
These are difficult now.
I dug deep, and like some of these folks were on last year, so I'm curious. You guys probably they were not the easiest of questions on purpose. 5 BC is what we're seeing from the group, and you are correct, the majority. 5 BC is when the original script was written. I mean, these obviously very, very ancient texts. All right, our last question, y'all. Here's our bonus. And I made this specifically a tough one because I feel like it's anyone's game at this point for this question. How many words approximately are in the Ramayana?
Now I'm thinking, is it a Valmiki Ramayana or the Tulsi Ramayana?
The Valmiki Ramayana. I think I searched this based on that. I believe so when I was doing my research last year. This is you missed it, Mother, but I'm recycling my trivia because I knew it was kind of hard last year.
And that we're not going to remember the answers from last year.
Yeah, well, I figured you guys.
Yeah, I mean, taking this quiz twice, I'm not doing well.
All right, let's see. 500K is the correct answer. So look at our leaderboard. Kristi, you're in the top 5, which is pretty awesome, I must say.
You definitely did better than me.
Congratulations. I have some fun gifts for you. Luckily, you're in Chicago, so we can like meet up and I'll give them to you because that would be nice too. that makes my shipping a lot easier, but also I get to meet you. So we'll coordinate after the call to do that giveaway. Thank you all for participating and for bearing with my Slido challenges. We're going to switch off of slides. I want to maximize our time with Kristi. Kristi, thanks for being so patient and just, I think, being a participant of this call. It's been
Oh my
really
gosh,
nice.
this is so much fun. And I'm learning a ton and making new friends. So great use of my time.
I love it. Okay, well, let's kick off. I know people know you from social media, but I would love to have everyone get to know you. Tell us a bit about you, your journey, what brought you to this world of customer success.
Yeah, so I went to school for public relations. I thought I would be like a big PR agent. For those of you old enough or context is relevant, there was a woman, Lizzie Grubman, who was like a big socialite and was like a PR agent for like all of the celebrities, think like Paris Hilton and all of that at that time where they were all coming up. And so I thought that's what I wanted to do. And that was not what PR was like. That was quite the exception and not the rule. So I learned very quickly that that was probably not the career route for me and landed a first job in advertising. And so did advertising and marketing for about 10 years. During that time, I had worked in-house, I worked at agencies, I worked for publications. I started my own agency. I taught at a local university, so I was an adjunct professor for 4 years. Had done a lot in that space, but more importantly, towards the end, I would say like the last 5 years, I'd actually started using a product called Bright Edge, which was a technology that helped with search engine optimization. And I was a big power user and early adopter of their software back in like 2000, I think like 2006 through 2011. I had been using their software, and this is early in their infancy. They were a Silicon Valley startup at the time. I didn't know anything about the SaaS world. I just knew marketing. I knew this product, and that was about the extent of it. I didn't even know what SaaS stood for, if I'm being very honest with you. And they were based in the Valley. Remote work was not a thing. And so they didn't have a presence in New York. But I was really close to the CEO and the founders of the organization and said, listen, if you guys ever open an office in New York, and you should, because New York was a really big agency hub epicenter. And so I said, so many of your customers are here and your top competitor is in New York. So if you ever open an office in New York, hire me and I'll come work for you. And they did. They opened an office in New York in 2012, and I was their third hire. And I came on as an enterprise customer success manager, leading some of their really large enterprise companies. And I was a subject matter expert. That was really my superpower. Is I was a power user of the product. I knew their customers, the use cases, because I was a customer, and I brought a lot of value that way. But we didn't know anything about customer success. And like I said, I didn't even know what SaaS stood for. So the entire tech world and landscape was so foreign to me. But one of the things that you'll hopefully get to know about me is that I'm never threatened by the things I don't know. I see those as opportunities, right? I don't believe that anyone is better or smarter than me. I think that they have experiences and knowledge that I haven't yet acquired. And so I made it my life's mission to become an expert in customer success, right? I wanted to be as successful as my peers who had been in this space, these Silicon Valley like titans. I wanted to be on the same page as them. And so while I may not ever be the smartest person in a room, I will always be the hardest working. And that was where I kind of like, I would lean into that, right? That could be my superpower, is that I'd always be the hardest working. Fast forward, I went from a CSM to CCO in 10 years. I have built, scaled, transformed customer success teams in 5 different tech companies. I've been recognized as a top customer success influencer for 6 years now, as of yesterday. And I've had the great privilege of really kind of being a pioneer in our space in the transformation of customer success as we see it today. So currently sit as the CCO at Client Success, where we are a customer success management platform. And I've built a lot of my brand and maybe some of what you guys see based on sharing my failures very publicly, because there are far more failures than there are successes to share.
I love that. And yeah, I mean, that's an incredible journey. I think other people have noted that in the chat here of like really like having a purposeful path. And this is why I wanted to talk to you, and specifically why I invited you to the Diwali discussion, because Diwali is about like, finding light. And obviously the purpose of it is to grow prosperity, your own personal prosperity. And you just shared how you were very purposeful in that growth, right? And so that I think is something that's very unique about you. You're putting yourself out there. We see your journey, right? Not only your professional journey, but we see your personal journey. So I'm jumping around on my questions in case you're wondering. Tell us a little bit about like some of these personal goals that you've set for yourself and how did you achieve them? And I would love to even take it to where you are now, like doing a marathon, right? So like you said, I'm gonna be the best in CS. Like, what were some of the trainings you did or the learnings you actually took on? And then take us to the path where you are today.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, I think it's because I am very competitive, that a lot of my success is attributed to my competitive spirit in a very healthy way. But I want to win, right? I think there's always a question that I've been asked in interviews. It's like, do you hate to lose or do you love to win? And I always think that's a very interesting question to have to answer. I love to win. Um, I can lose. I've lost plenty, but the high I get from a win will far trump any loss I've ever had. So for me, I love to win. And I think it's that competitive spirit that's driven me to a life of like learning and mastery. I think one of the things that I've is part of my story is that I've never felt that any role or any task or anything is beneath me. It doesn't matter what the work is. Even as a CCO right now, I have no problem jumping on calls, getting into the product, troubleshooting things. I have no problem filling the gap and being a CSM while one of my folks is on mat leave, right? Like there is no work beneath me. And I feel that that always contributes to my learning and my personal growth. I don't think that I'm better than anything or anyone. We're all peers with different experiences and we've had different journeys. And I feel like that's really helped me. And so some of the things that I've leveraged to do this, one, never be the smartest person in the room. Thankfully for me, that's never happened. I've never been the smartest person in any room I've sat in. Um, and by surrounding myself with folks who have just know more, have had different experiences, I just grow tremendously all the time. Even this invitation to participate in this event, right? I'm learning about a culture that I'm less familiar with, right? You've got me over here Googling Diwali events on Long Island to see, because we have a very big Indian culture here where I live, actually in my town. And I'm like, okay, are there events that I can go and join? I want to be exposed to more. And that more is personal, it's professional, right? It's any way I can learn and grow. Um, and so I would say that that's a big part of it. I think that's my personal driver, right? Never be the smartest person, always learn. There's a thirst for knowledge and a commitment to excellence. I don't think that we ever stop learning. I never believe that even at the stage I am in my career right now, that I have hit a plateau. I learn every single day. I learn from people with all different experiences and all different departments and companies. And I think that just being committed to growth and understanding that there's always opportunity to learn something new is really important to me. Now, fast forward to some of my goals there. Because I like to win, the top is always something that I'm striving for, right? Like how far can I go in my career? What is the most senior role I can hold? What is the next opportunity for me? And even right now, I'm planning my next big adventure. And hopefully in early 2026, I can share some more about that. But there's always going to be something new and some goalpost that I'm setting for myself that is always going to make me uncomfortable. But I believe that we all need to lean into those discomforts if we want to be successful and we want to have that growth. We can't be threatened by fear and discomfort and voices by the naysayers and people who are going to laugh at us or challenge us or think that things aren't possible. I don't hear any of that. I don't see any of it. I don't feel it anymore. So that has been a big driver for me. Now, one of the big things that you shared is that I am training for a marathon, and my journey to this has not been the short 18 weeks that I've been training. It's been years. Back during the pandemic, my husband was in a bad accident and he tore his ACL, MCL, and meniscus and had to have surgery. And we've always been big into fitness. And the day after his surgery, he looked at me and said, I'm going to run the New York City Marathon. Now, I have to remind you guys, we are not a running family, okay? So we come from CrossFit and weightlifting and we're more of aesthetic, like how do we make ourselves look the best we can but not necessarily be performative. So the fact that he said I want to run the marathon, I was like, "Bro, can you just like try to go to the bathroom on your own without my help? Like that would be cool." And following his surgery was in October. The following November, he ran the New York City Marathon, and he has run it every year since. So part of his recovery journey is I ran with him. As he was recovering, we would run 5Ks. Well, obviously first it's like, can you run a mile? Like, can we get to a mile and building to that? Can we do a 5K? Can we do a 10K? Eventually, can we do half marathons? And I would run with him as part of his recovery. his journey took off a lot sooner than mine. And so he kept running, and I was like, I'm going to stay at the half marathon because that felt comfortable, and a marathon was daunting. But 2 years ago, watching him again, I said, I can do this, and I want to be part of that journey, and I want to have this experience as a native New Yorker. It's a world major. I want to go and run, and I want to run this race. And so 2 years ago, I said that out loud. Then I spent all of last year qualifying to run the New York City Marathon, where I completed 9 of their formal races, and I volunteered at one to complete their 9+1 program. And that gave me guaranteed entry into the 2025 New York City Marathon. And I have spent the past 20 weeks committed to my training. I have not missed one of my training runs. I have hit all of my pacing targets. I have showed up for myself and honored that commitment and prioritized what was important to me, which is this goal.
I love that. I mean, you just unpacked like so many things. So you answered like 10 of my questions, but I think you unpacked a lot on like, just going beyond like fear and just moving the needle forward for yourself. Like you have to take that ownership. And I just it's so inspiring to do this with family. I think that's such a very South Asian, like we can all relate to that, of just like having a family member, having a role model, call it, your husband, having somebody that is out there. Tell us a little bit about, like, I would love to know, who are some of your other role models? Who are people that you lean on for mentorship? Because I know that obviously in this space, that is very essential too.
I feel like I'm super blessed to have a wide net of resources at my disposal. I laugh because if you scrolled my phone 10 years ago, it would be like friends from high school and friends from like whatever. Now, if you looked at my phone, it's literally just customer success people. It's all I talk to. And so, like I said, I'm blessed to have a wide net and a wide cast of characters that help support me every single day. I'll start with Dave Blake, my CEO at Client Success. He has been in this space for years. Before he founded Client Success 11 years ago, he was a customer success professional over at Omniture, which was acquired by Adobe. And so, like, he has been in customer success for what feels like eternity. Think like founding Salesforce days. And so to have somebody who's just seen this space transform over the years, but to not only call him a leader and a boss and a mentor, he's so much more than that. And he's a friend. And working alongside of him the past 5 years has been a gift to me professionally and personally in ways that I'll never really be able to articulate. So Dave would definitely be one of them. Then I've got my kind of my peers and my kind of like my friends that I talk to every day. I've got like Miranda Dekonsky, who is probably, on speed dial 2 if I ever need anything leadership or customer success related. I've got folks like Rachel Provin and Anika. Like I can literally rattle off a name, a laundry list. Stino is more of a character than a mentor in my phone and in my life, like a brother. But the list goes on. I think the thing that's interesting and really special about our community that's unlike any other industry, not like sales, not like marketing, not like finance. I think every single person in this community shows up for one another and wants to help and wants to be there to support whatever everyone's doing. Like I laugh, but like, yes, I use LinkedIn as my personal accountability to share my marathon training. Marathon has nothing to do with customer success, although I can make it an analogy every single post. The way that this community has come together to celebrate me and honor this journey with me is amazing, right? Because we care about each other as people first. And so everyone is a resource, everyone's a friend, everyone is a mentor and a guide to me because I learn something from every single person that I interact with.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's such a nice, that's great. And I kind of feel very similar. I feel like in my trajectory in the last couple of years of just like meeting so many more people, even folks in this room. So Kristi, you might see some of Susan, at the marathon dressed to support you. It looks like that's awesome, Susan.
There is a customer success brunch group that is meeting me on the Upper East Side, I think, at some point. But there is a large group of customer success New York professionals. If you're going to be there and you want to meet up, they have a large brunch going where I'm going to be meeting everybody in the customer success community to do like a little quick quick wave hug photo moment before I try
I
to
would
hit
love
my
to. I
pace
mean,
in time.
I need to find information about it.
I'll send you the group chat. There's a lot of people involved. But like I said, I think that's so special, right? This is again something that has nothing to do with customer success, but a community that I feel like I've given so much to gives right back. To have these people be able to say, like, yeah, on a Sunday, we're all gonna go from whatever boroughs and whatever distance we are, we're gonna come together as a group and they're gonna be there to cheer me on. Like, I don't know. I'm already emotional about this entire experience running this marathon, and like I don't even know what that's going to feel like to see these friends be there for me in that capacity.
That is so amazing. And I think that you speak a lot about the beauty of this community. And, you know, that's, I mean, to be frank, in every South Asian success conversation, just as like an example, I feel like even just meeting people, talking about experiences, we are all gaining so much from each other, even if we've never met before, right? So, like, even today, I know we're very, very much at the end. So I wanted to see if anyone has, I'm sure people have many questions for Kristi. If anyone has a question that we want to close with, I have one, but I'd love to hear from you all if you have a burning question for Kristi to get a moment with her, because I know we took up a lot of time and other things. Anybody? Go for it, Swati.
Hi, Kristi.
Hi, friend.
Hi. I'm curious. You talk about, well, you talked about just like constantly going up and winning and it's okay if you say no. I totally understand. But I'm curious, any sneak peeks on what you're up to next?
That is a great intentional question.
You mentioned it.
I know, and that's like the like that definitely is probably the most information I have shared to date outside of like a small forum of folks. It will be big and it will be exciting and it will be my own. Let's just put it that way. I can't share much more than that, but 2026 will be a very big year for me personally, and I think it's a long time coming. And I'll kind of leave it at that.
That's so exciting. Congratulations. Can't wait to hear more about it.
Okay, Monica, this might be your last one. I don't want to keep you all too long, so I'm happy to stay on a couple extra minutes, but I know others might have to drop. But Monica, go for it.
Yeah, I've been inspired by Kristi. I mean, I saw she has 56,000 followers. I mean, like I'm pretty sure she'll cross 1 million one day. But I wanted to know what is the roadmap if somebody is starting in your position, how they can accelerate, reach to that particular goal. And as you said, the community is so beautiful. Like I reached out to Virginia Bloom. She knows Parul. Parul is the one who encouraged her to get into CSM. And she's the one who encouraged me to meet Parul and get into South Asian success. So I can absolutely like put a stamp on it, on Kristi's word, that the community loves to give back. And especially mentors like Parul, you yourself have been a great contribution. But I want to know the roadmap Kristi followed to this 56,000 followers.
Okay, the LinkedIn journey is a long time forming. So I've been on LinkedIn for over 20 years. I started my account, I have the date here. It was May 2005. So to have a profile on a social media platform for over 20 years is wild. I don't have Facebook, I don't have other things, but I've been on LinkedIn. I think the two biggest pieces of advice, give as much as you get, right? You should be out there sharing your experiences, your stories, and fearlessly, right? Like, don't worry about, is anyone going to read this and laugh at me? What is someone going to think? No, that you have to just block all that out of your mind. Give, share. And it doesn't need to be in posts, it could be in comments, right? So like just put your word, your thoughts and ideas out there in whatever forum and format that makes sense to you. And then make sure that you feel like you're receiving. So interact with content that you want to keep seeing, because I think it will facilitate conversations and organic relationships. I think some of my closest friends, like Stino, who I talk to every day, he like showed up randomly in my DMs one day. And now he's like my adopted brother and coming here in February and like staying at my house with my family. So like give as much as you get. The second thing is consistency. Consistency doesn't mean daily. It just means pick your consistency. If you're going to show up 3 times a week, great. Then show up 3 times a week. Show up on those same days. Let people know what they can expect from you. And that consistency will start to build a rhythm, and you will be accountable to yourself when you set that schedule. For me, I post daily. I make sure that I post 7 days a week. Sometimes I post multiple times a day, but I minimally post once a day, every single day. And that is my consistency. That's what works for me. But figure out your consistency. Last piece of advice, LinkedIn allows you to connect with 100 people a week. Go find 100 people that have customer success in the title that you're inspired by, and just go add 100 a week. 100 new connections a week you can go add. And guess what? If 50 of them accept your request, great. You have 50. If 25, that's still 25 more than you had before. They give you 100 opportunities to make new connections. Go ahead and add them.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That is awesome. And I mean,
I can give a ton more advice, but I try to narrow it down to 3.
It's super actionable though. And I know obviously we would love like another hour with you to talk, but I think this is just for everyone, like hopefully this was useful. And I know there's more questions for Kristi, but I don't want to keep everyone too long into their day. You know, connect with Kristi, right? Ask her. I will tell you, I met Kristi for the first time two weeks ago. I feel like I knew her.
Feels like a month ago.
Comment relationship.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like strangers meeting. It was like hugging a bestie. Like, and the same thing with Monica. I didn't even realize that Monica and I hadn't even met in person. When she told me that, I was like, what? Because I just assumed we've been like friends for the past like 6 years. It's LinkedIn is crazy. This community is crazy, and it's so easy to organically create real relationships. Like, if you're somebody who's open to it, those relationships can be friendships.
Yes, fully agree. Thank you so much, Kristi, for joining us. And I love like that you're researching. I dropped one thing in the chat. I'll drop it again for you, or I'll tell you about it separately. But there are some great events in New York. One happens to be today, probably a little too rushed, but there are some great events in New York, and love that you are just able to help and share and spread light every day, because I think it truly is inspiring to hear that journey, to see your journey visibly play out. I think we're very lucky in CS to have people that are willing to share not only their journey, but their time. So thank you for that.
Oh, well, I'm so happy that I could be here today. This was an amazing experience for me. I feel like I have new friends. I made the top 5 list of a hard trivia game. Like, that's a win. So I don't know. I feel like I said, I feel like I got as much as I gave, hopefully. So that's, I think, the most rewarding part about any relationship is when it can feel mutually beneficial. So to all my new friends, thank you guys so much for having me here. If we're not connected, please go ahead and connect with me on LinkedIn. And if anyone has questions or wants to chat privately, every Thursday afternoon, I do community hours. And so I'm always happy to take calls. So if you just send me a note on LinkedIn, I will send you a Calendly link, and you can go ahead and book some time if you'd like to, and we can just have some coffee and chat.
That's so awesome. Wonderful. Well, happy Diwali, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful celebration, and sending lots of love and light to your homes and your families. And Chaitanya, I'll be connecting with you to do our gift. Bye,
Happy Diwali, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Parul, for hosting us. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Such a great time. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.